He gets paid Friday morning. $2,100 hits his account. By Friday night, $800 is already gone. Rent, electric, phone, gas in the car so he can make it to work next week. Saturday morning, he opens his bank app. The number on the screen says $473. He stares at it. He has 13 days until the next paycheck, and every budgeting video on YouTube tells him the same thing. Save 20% of your income. 20% of $2,100 is $420. He does not have $420 to spare. He has $473 to survive 13 days. And he is starting to believe what every guru online makes him feel, that he is the problem. He is not the problem. The budget was never built for him. This one was. Welcome to Fin Finance. Subscribe and tap the bell right now, because in the next 8 minutes, you are going to learn the exact survival budget that works when there is nothing left to budget with. Let us get into it. Before we go any further, let me show you why this is not your personal failure. It is a structural trap, and the numbers prove it. The most recent Bank of America research shows that nearly 1 in 3 households earning under $50,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck right now. Read that again. 1 in 3. And it has risen every single year since 2023. Now here's the number that nobody on YouTube will say out loud. The most recent civic science data shows that 37% of households at that income level have absolutely nothing left at the end of the month, not a little. Not some. Nothing. 37% of people at your income level completely empty by the time the month ends. And one more number you need to feel. If you earn under $30,000 a year, recent government data shows that 43 cents of every dollar you make goes to housing alone. 43%. Before groceries, before gas, before your phone bill, before anything else you actually need to live. Nearly half of everything you earn gone before the month even starts. You did not cause this. You were dropped into it. And here is why every popular budgeting rule makes the situation worse, not better. Think about your phone right now. You wake up. It is at 6% battery. You forgot to charge it. You need it to last until midnight calls, maps, music on the bus home. So you do everything right. You close every app. You drop the brightness all the way down. You switch on low power mode. You stop replying to texts. You hold the screen face down so the notifications do not wake the display. And the phone still dies at 9:30. Not because you used it wrong, because 6% was never going to make midnight, no matter what you did. That is exactly what every popular budgeting rule does to a low-income earner. The most famous one is called the 50-30-20 rule. It tells you to spend 50% of your income on needs, 30% on wants, and save 20%. 50, 30, 20 on a $60,000 salary that math works. You have room for needs, room for wants, room for saving. On $2,100 a month, your needs alone already eat 80, 90, sometimes 100% of everything that comes in there is no 30% for wants. There is no 20% for savings. The battery hits 0 before the rule even gets started. So the 50-30-20 rule does not just fail you. It was never designed for you. It was designed for a phone starting at 80%. Yours starts at 6. But here is what the people teaching that rule will never tell you. There is a different system that starts at 6%. That does not need a surplus to begin with. That creates the gap itself from nothing. And it works because it ignores everything you have been told about budgeting. Now here's the part that nobody in personal finance wants to talk about. And it is the most important part of this entire video. You did not fail at budgeting. The budget failed you. And the reason has nothing to do with discipline. When money gets extremely tight, your brain enters something psychologists call scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset means your brain locks every available thinking resource onto the immediate emergency in front of it. The rent due Friday. The grocery run tomorrow. The notification that just arrived. When your brain is in that state, it physically cannot think clearly about next month. Forget about next year. Researchers at Princeton University found that financial scarcity reduces what they call cognitive bandwidth, that is your brain's available thinking power, by the equivalent of a 13-point IQ drop. 13 points. Not because you are bad with money. Because running a constant financial emergency burns the exact brainpower you would need to plan your way out. Sit with that for a second. Every standard budget asks you to make careful, disciplined, future-focused decisions. But your brain is too busy keeping you alive today to think about anyone else. Not even the version of you sitting at 40. That is not weakness. That is biology under pressure. This is why willpower-based budgets always collapse on low income. You do not need more discipline. You need a system that moves before your scarcity brain even gets to the money. A system that decides for you in advance so the part of your brain that is exhausted does not have to fight that battle every single payday, and here is what it has been costing you to live without that system. Most people in scarcity never get to see this number because they assume their financial future will look exactly like their financial present. And nobody shows them otherwise. So let me show you. Take someone earning $2,100 a month. No savings. No buffer. 43 years until retirement. If they never build a system, they arrive at 65 with the exact financial position they have today. Nothing. The same anxiety. The same dread on payday. The same calculator in their head at every grocery store. For 43 years. But here is what changes with one move so small, it sounds insulting at first. The same person, same income. Same bills sets aside $50 a month into a basic index fund. An index fund is just a single investment that automatically buys hundreds of companies at once, names like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, without you having to pick any of them yourself. $50 a month. That is 2 days of groceries. That is one cell phone bill payment. Over 43 years, at the historical average return, that $50 a month grows into over $200,000. $200,000. That is not just lost cash. That is a fully paid off home. A safety net for your family. The ability to retire without panic. Gone, and here's what makes it worse. Every year you wait, that number does not stay at 200,000. It shrinks because compounding rewards every year you act and punishes every year you delay at the exact same speed. $50 at 22 becomes 200,000. $50 at 32 becomes 90,000. $50 at 42 becomes 35,000. Same $50. Same effort. 3 completely different lives. But tonight, right now, you still have time. And the system that flips this future on its head takes about 4 minutes to set up. The system has one name: the zero-based survival budget. Zero-based budgeting means every single dollar that hits your account gets assigned a job before you ever get to spend it. Not saved first. Not invested first. Assigned first. Here's the exact 5-step process. Step 1, write down your real take-home income. Not your hourly rate, not your salary on paper. The exact amount that lands in your account after every tax, every deduction, every fee. That is your number. Put it at the top of a page. Step 2, list 4 survival expenses underneath it. Only 4. Rent or mortgage. Utilities, electric, water, gas, internet, basic groceries, not restaurants, not delivery apps, just groceries you cook at home. Transportation to your job gas or a transit pass, add those 4 up. Subtract them from your income. Whatever is left, that is your working number. Step 3, this is the most important step in the entire system. Find your $1. Whatever your working number is, find the smallest amount of money you could move out of your account without actually feeling it leave. For some people, that is $50. For some people, it is $20. For some people, it is $5. The amount does not matter. What matters is that it feels almost embarrassingly small. That is the point. Let me show you exactly what this looks like in real life. Meet Sarah. She works part-time at $1,400 a month, after rent at $600, utilities at $120, groceries at $300, and her transit pass at $80. Sarah has $300 left, and she needs that $300 for medications, her phone bill, and small emergencies. Sarah's $1 is not $50. It is $5 per paycheck. 10 a month. And that is exactly right. Because if her starting number had been $50, she would have abandoned the system inside 2 weeks. The $5 stays. That is what matters. Step 4. Automate that number to move on the exact day your paycheck arrives. Free online banks like Chime, Ally, and Marcus all let you set up what is called an automatic transfer that just means a move of money that happens by itself on a specific day without you touching it. Set yours to move your starting number into a separate savings account the second your paycheck hits. Before rent, before groceries, before anything. The moment it lands, it moves. This is called paying yourself first. And it is the only budgeting move that beats scarcity mindset. Because scarcity mindset cannot spend what is already gone. Step 5. Increase your number by $1 every single month. Not 10, not 20. 1. Next month, move 6 instead of 5. The month after 7. By the end of 1 year, you are automatically moving $65 a month. By year 2, $129. Without willpower. Without thinking. Without fighting your own brain at every payday. The system runs itself in the background while your real life continues in the foreground. Here is exactly what to do tonight. Open your bank app. Find the automatic transfer feature. Most apps call it recurring transfer or scheduled transfer. Set one transfer to move your starting number on your next payday. 4 minutes. That is all this takes, and it will be the first time in your life that your money moves before the emergency does. Most people wait until they earn more before they start building. The ones who actually get there build the system first. And let the income catch up to it. The difference between retiring with $200,000 and retiring with nothing is not a bigger salary. It is the 4-minute decision you make tonight. The version of you sitting at 65 is already watching what you do this week. Give them something worth showing up to. Hit subscribe and tap the bell. Every video on this channel gives you one more move the system never taught you. Most people wait until they earn more before they start building. The ones who actually get there build the system first. And let the income catch up to it. The difference between retiring with $200,000 and retiring with nothing is not a bigger salary. It is the 4-minute decision you make tonight. The version of you sitting at 65 is already watching what you do this week. Give them something worth showing up to. Hit subscribe and tap the bell. Every video on this channel gives you one more move the system never taught you.